Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Amber Betts.
Hey there, this is Amber Betts with another installment of the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. And I'm here with Matt Velasquez of Channel 3 Retro Gaming Center. And it's an arcade on Colfax, which is pretty cool. And if you haven't seen it, it's kind of hard to see. So we're going to learn about it. Hey, Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me on. It's a real pleasure. I really appreciate you reaching out.
So tell us a little bit about the arcade, how you got into the business, and tell us about all of it.
Yeah, so I started collecting video games since I was a kid, and I got really into collecting video games about 11 or 12 years ago. Me and my pops would just go out to garage sales and we just pick up whatever people had. And after a while, I started amassing a pretty big collection, but I was working all the time at Namiko Sushi Bar in Arvada, which is awesome too, if you guys don't know about it.
Yeah.
But I was working 6 days a week, split doubles every single day. And I didn't have any time to play any of the games that I was collecting. And it was kind of bumming me out. And I was kind of just secretly wishing that I could get all of them out there somehow so people could enjoy what was just sitting around in my basement, essentially. And so, it kind of just started there, started building my collection, had a goal to open an arcade, and just took one step at a time every single day, tried to achieve some goal that could get me closer. And pretty soon I started meeting people that kind of had the same ambition as me, and things just started falling into place. All the right people started basically just being attracted to me, and we just, like I said, just one day at a time, just started putting things together.
Cool.
And we're here. And
tell us, so you're on Colfax. What's the address or cross street so people can find you?
It's Colfax and Carr. It's 8410 West Colfax, so it's right next to Quality Auto Sound, across the street from Wendy's.
Awesome.
It's pretty easy to miss. It's pretty low profile. It's kind of in the middle of a kind of not a great strip mall, but I think we brighten it up.
Awesome. So why do your customers come to you? Why do they come in? And tell us more about why they choose you.
I think people come in, I feel like they get a real connection to nostalgia when they come in here, the older generations. For a lot of the kids, this is the very first arcade that they've ever been to. And it's mostly families that come in and, they're just looking for something fun and, economical to do with their family or their friends and spend a good time just enjoying some, clean family fun. And I think they really like the atmosphere. We have a really clean environment. It's really safe and welcoming, and we treat everybody the same, and we just make sure everyone's feeling really welcome. And, we try to take care of all of our customers, that they get exactly what they're expecting when they come in, and they come back and they tell their friends, and it's worked out for us.
I love that. So tell us about like a hardship or a challenge or a life situation that, made you better, made you grow, or like supported your business.
Oh man, it's been a struggle the entire time. Honestly, it's a constant struggle. Anybody that's in business will know that, and will definitely just really assume that that's the norm. I think I don't know of any business person that just goes at it and really just kills it right out the gate and doesn't struggle or doesn't suffer setbacks or anything like that. But it's been monumental setbacks the entire time. I opened another arcade, Hyperspace. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of that arcade in 2016. That was the original thing that we did, and that initially, fell apart. I was a lot younger. I was, just barely, I don't know, in my late 20s or something like that. And I just was a little bit too naive and a little bit too ambitious and a little bit too trusting in people that, didn't really maybe see the value in what I was bringing to the table. And so that fell apart really fast for me. And then Hyperspace On became very, very successful after that, until the pandemic, when they closed and we had to close as well.
Right.
From restrictions, I think it was us, gyms, and like music venues that we couldn't open for almost 2 years. So luckily we were on our 3rd year of our lease in Applewood, and we were able to save up enough money to pay off the remainder of our lease. We packed up everything, put it in storage for 2 years. And in that time, I had to completely change gears and get back to cooking. And so I got a client as a private personal chef throughout the pandemic, which helped me, pay the bills, the rent for storage, and helped me kind of position myself to relaunch last July, which we were very happy to be able to do, and very fortunate that we didn't, lose everything in the pandemic like a lot of people did. So
sure.
So it's been constant, monumental struggles that we've been able to endure to be able to stick around. And, not a lot of people know about that. Not a lot of people ask, and it's not something that I like bragging about or anything like that. I just like to be here for people and let them know that, that we're here again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a lot of struggles, a lot of crazy things, man. It's so many situations where you're just had more than enough excuses to just give up, and sell out and figure something else out, go back to square one. And it's not something I was really eager or willing to do. So I just kept persevering, and I'm still here. So.
Sure. Good for you. That's awesome. So tell us about any news, specials, updates, anything on the horizon.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at Channel 3. There's always something new going on. We're broadening a lot of our online programming. Channel 3, in my mind's eye, when I just kind of named it that, I wanted to create more than just an arcade. And that's why it's kind of the name of the Channel 3 Retro Gaming Center is meant to be an abbreviation that kind of sounds like a radio station, like Channel 3 RGC or like Channel 9 NBC or whatever. I wanted to get people to feel like it's a media brand. So we're expanding a lot of our programs that we're doing online. We're going to have episode 4 of our skateboard podcast on next Monday. We're still doing our tournament live streams. We've got a lot of Twitch streams throughout the week with different games. Just a lot of different programming that we're doing, that we're expanding into the digital space. So people that are not, able to access the arcade in person can still be a part of the community as well. So we're expanding that. And we got a new pinball machine in here, World Cup Soccer 94. It's really great. People are really enjoying it. There's always new games coming in and out of the arcade. So it's always fresh when people take a break and they come back in a few months, and there's going to be something new in here for you. So we're always developing something to maintain attention, maintain, people's enjoyment here. Cool.
And you do events too. Tell us about that.
Yeah. It's a great venue for parties. We offer party rentals anytime that you like. We offer discounted rates if you rent out the arcade anytime that we're closed. So you get about 50% off if you want to rent, in the mornings before we open, or in the afternoon before we open during the week, or late night after we close. You get a discount rate, or anytime on Monday when we're closed. It's a great party venue. Everyone that comes in here having parties always has a good time. It's really affordable for any parties of any size, and I'm really getting a lot of good feedback from parents and families and stuff that are really having a good time spending their special occasions with us.
Perfect. So obviously, you developed a hobby into a business, but what else are we doing outside of work for fun besides playing games?
Oh man, not a whole lot lately. It's just pretty all-consuming. If I'm not here working on the arcade, I'm out, working to help make sure that everything is successful here. So I do like skateboarding. Maybe hopefully going to get a little bit of chance to get out there today after this interview. That'll be great. I've been going to the gym late at night because it's about one of the only productive things that I could do, after 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock when I'm actually getting ready to get out of here. So been starting to do that a little bit. Otherwise, I'll be at the casino pretty much every night if I could, just playing poker and maybe heading to the bar, grab a drink in Old Town or something like that. I like doing that still.
Sure.
But yeah, that's pretty much extent of my my outside pleasure. I take a lot of pleasure in being here, so I'm very blessed that I have other interests and hobbies that I can pursue outside of this as well.
That's cool. All right, so we mentioned your location, but tell us how else people can reach your website, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's on channel3.com. You'll have links to our Facebook, our YouTube, Twitch channels, our Instagram. That's the easiest way to get in touch of all of our socials, easy to remember. I would say just check out our website, check out what we got going on in the arcade, and then you can browse all of our socials and see what we're doing on the internet too.
Awesome. All right, well, that wraps it up. Matt, thanks again for joining us. I hope people go check you out. Pretty cool stuff in there.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really like what you guys are doing with your product as well. It's really great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com or call 720-295-9588.